Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about FTX, we'll talk about altcoins. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys so you can see it happening in real time. And I'll do my very best to get to your questions. So let's get started. So welcome everybody. I'm here again with the rig. There's been a whole lot of news about the FTX crash, implosion, bankruptcy, fraud, however you want to talk about it. And I've been furiously cutting and pasting stories over the last hour or so because a lot has transpired. A lot of things have been revealed over the course of the last couple of days, and I want to give you the most information that I can about it. But on a personal note, well, it's not so personal. There is a new version of, what do we call this thing? IQ for, let's see, for the lighting system on my rig. Pretty cool. You'll notice they've got these cool new murals, they call them, watercolor, spectrum, abstract, interstellar, and liquid. So why don't we check those out real quick. Let's see, turn this thing off. So right now I'm using abstract. If we go to liquid, it's hard, it doesn't do it justice on the camera for some reason. Let's see, let's try interstellar, which is also pretty cool. Watercolor spectrum, which I've used before, which is kind of a pastel, rainbow pastel theme. Let's see, we've got Corsair Blue 1, Corsair Yellow, and Rainbow, their own version of Rainbow, which doesn't look much like Rainbow to me. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I think I had it on abstract earlier, which I think is not too distracting. Anyway, really good, subtle color themes. So anyway, let's jump over to the main screen here. I'll stop playing around with my rig.
Hey, your microphone is a bit low.
Oh, thank you. Okay, here we go again. Thank you. I guess my daughter figured that one out. I guess she was checking me out. Sorry again. Oh my gosh. What kind of a live stream dude are you anyway? Yes, Dan was texting me as well. The microphone was over to the side where I usually keep it, so it's not in my face when I'm working. And hello everyone. Sorry again. Sorry. Once again. So I'll reiterate what I was talking about. I've been furiously cutting and pasting news stories about the FTX situation. So I'm going to try to lay it out for you the best I can, and talk about self-custody and why you should learn to use a wallet and learn to store your crypto in your wallet as a default, and how to adeptly move your crypto back and forth between your wallet and your exchange. It's high time that you've learned to wrap your head around this so that you can protect your crypto. Leaving crypto on exchanges is, if this FTX situation hasn't taught you anything, it should teach you this. Store your crypto in your own wallet. That's, I mean, what more can I say? And that's what I'm all about, guys. Sorry about the technical issues early on. Let's jump into the news, and then I'm going to do some crypto for you guys, some movement of crypto. I saw that JDO had put on there earlier if you, hopefully everyone's moved their crypto off any exchanges. Now, I haven't lost faith in all exchanges. I'm going to do some stuff tonight with Coinbase, Binance US, and KuCoin. So I haven't lost faith in all exchanges. I have lost quite a bit of hope in humanity as a whole, but mostly in Samuel Bachman-Fried, if that's the way you pronounce his name. Everyone's pronouncing it Samuel Bank Run Fraud lately. They've got all kinds of nicknames for him. But anyway, I just want to thank everyone for being here. Mustafa Lamb, Simon from Scotland, pardon me, Eyes of Lazar, Josh Davis, Mr. Minsky, Joanne L., thank you for being here, E. Poston, Kajo Kinglo, my moderator, JDO, and I'm assuming that Dan is here somewhere because he just texted me. I'm going to talk about Polygon tonight, Paul. I'm going to move some Polygon back and forth, but first I'll just kind of cover moving your crypto offline. There are a lot of platforms where you can stake. So before I get too bogged down in responding to questions, I'll leave the Amsterdam, Holland. Welcome, Batman Prompt from Thailand. Wow, cool stuff. So let's jump into the news here. Let's see. We've got our familiar market wrap. Bitcoin returns to red, tumbling 7% on FTX collapse. Now, I think it was Thursday when Bitcoin really took its biggest hit, if I recall, and then it bounced back somewhat on Friday. Friday was a weird day. I'm not going to talk about macro too much, but the bond markets were closed on Friday, so it was kind of just a stock and S&P and Dow and Nasdaq Friday kind of day. There was a bit of a bounce back in crypto from the collapse of FTX, but that brought Bitcoin back up to around 18,500. But it's been down around the 17,000 mark most of the day. And at its lows on Thursday, I think we were, I had heard 15,000. Pardon me. I had heard 15,000, but I think it was more like around, in general, around 16,000 at its lows on Thursday. And now we're flirting with that because according to this article, we're at 16,775. This CoinDesk has it at 16,008. I haven't set this up. I'll go ahead and just let that go in the background. I'm going to start to share my phone with you guys here shortly. So I'll let that sort of percolate while I'm talking. Recently down to 16.75, down nearly 7%. If you recall, last week during the live stream, it was at around 21 something, right? So here we go. Let's take a look on crypto.com right now. See where we stand with our favorite coins. 16,953. It's been kind of up around 17,000 most of the day. It got up to around 17.1, maybe 17,200 at one point during the day, but it's just kind of been hovering around the 17,000 mark for Bitcoin. And Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, and Cosmos, you can see those here too. Pardon me. It's showing them down over a 24-hour period, and that's just starting to reflect the 24 hours since the bounce, right? We had, as I mentioned, we had that bounce yesterday during the Friday trading, and now we've sort of come back down to where we were. So XRP says it's down 3.98%, but it's been around 37, 38 cents most of the day, right? It hasn't really pulled back much today. This is just a reflection of where it was from 24 hours ago, right? It had bounced back up to around 40 cents. I kind of keep an eye on XRP. That's why I know. And then Cardano, I guess, was up around 37 yesterday. And then Cosmos, I think, had gone back up to around 13 or so on its bounce up. And now it's kind of pulled back to $11.31. But it was around $10 on Thursday. So we've had quite a roller coaster ride for the markets. The collapse of FTX and the uncertainty that it has brought to the industry has been another damaging blow. Now, I follow the markets pretty closely. I follow crypto really closely. The collapse of FTX is confusing to a lot of people. This does not mean that Bitcoin collapsed in any way or form. This is one exchange out of many that collapsed due to fraud. Pardon me. I'm just on the downside of a cold that I had earlier this week. I feel a lot better, but I'm still coughing. My nose has cleared up, everything else, but I'm still coughing. So pardon me if I have to cough a few times during the live stream. So I talked about the price action between Thursday and now. Let's kind of dive in to what happened with FTX. And as I will repeat, it does not mean that Bitcoin has collapsed in any way or form. Bitcoin is perfectly functioning. If you had your Bitcoin in a wallet, you still have your Bitcoin. If you had your ETH in a wallet, you still have your ETH. But if you had coins on FTX, you were probably out of, you have lost access to your coins. And this is one of those lessons in keeping, I mean, even if you have coins on Coinbase or Binance US or KuCoin or Kraken or Gemini, your funds are safe, right? Those are good exchanges and you still have full access. But there has been quite an outflow of exchange funds into private wallets over the last 2 days, if you can believe that, right? Let me go ahead and pop out chat here real quick so I can bring it over to the other side. Keep an eye on what guys are talking about. Sorry for the mic thing in the beginning. It happens a lot. Which wallet do I recommend? Well, I use the Ledger wallet. I have a Ledger Nano X hardware device. The Ledger Nano X, what am I doing here? The Ledger Nano X is the flagship product of the Ledger cryptocurrency hardware line. They have another wallet called the Ledger Nano S Plus, which is a great wallet, but it does not have Bluetooth and it does not have support battery power, right? So you can't use it really on the go. So I tend to use the Ledger Nano X. However, the Ledger Nano S Plus does have quite a good storage capacity, so it can hold many apps, and it has a large screen, the same size screen as the Ledger Nano X. So if you're in the market for a good cryptocurrency hardware wallet, then Ledger is a good choice, right? As I mentioned here, let's look at all products. They've got the Ledger Nano X and the Ledger Nano S Plus, and you can see the difference in price here. But there are lots of hardware wallets out there. You've got the Trezor line. Trezor has the Trezor Model T, which is their flagship product. It's rather pricey. Trezor Model T is actually, the price has come down a bit. It used to be about $249. Maybe that was in euros. I don't know. But that's, I would say, The interface on the Trezor Model T is better than the Trezor Model, than the Ledger Nano X. It has a bigger screen, it has a touch screen, but unfortunately it's not supported. The software that you use for Trezor T does not support as many cryptocurrencies as the Ledger Live does, right? So for those of you who wish to manage multiple cryptos, then I tend to go with recommending the Ledger Nano X. But like I said, the Trezor Model T is a great wallet. It's got a great interface, a nice touch screen. It's a really cool wallet. And it is supported by many third-party wallets as well. So you can manage a lot of cryptocurrencies with third-party wallets using these devices, but that's a little more advanced for most people, right? But if all you want to do is store Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's a toss-up between Trezor Model T and Ledger Nano X. Anyway, let's get to the FTX thing. Let's try and kind of unravel what went on. Like I said, I've been furiously cutting and pasting news stories. If you look down in the description below, you will see this is the top level here. If under my video, if you look down in the description, as you can see, I didn't put a lot of stuff to do here tonight because I've been so busy getting the news stories ready. We've got a lot of my affiliate links. If you're willing to go into any of these products using my affiliate links, I would appreciate it. But here we've got all these news stories I'm going to try and cover tonight so that you guys can sort of get some kind of insight into what's going on. And as I said, this is just one exchange. It is a bit of a contagion. It has affected the cryptocurrency market, and I predict that it's going to affect the broader market early next week because there were a lot of big companies that lost everything by investing in FTX. So I think we're going to see a little bit of that affecting the markets early next week, which may also pull down the crypto market as well. So let's see if we can unravel the stuff that's been going on. This article right here is kind of a free-flowing alerts of what's going on with FTX. Now, it's hard for me to sort of, for those of you who are just jumping in and have no idea what's going on, I'm going to try to turn back the clock using this article and go back to some of the main points of what went on. Basically, it all started with CEO of Binance, CZ, getting some insight into what was going on between FTX and its partner trading firm Alameda Research, which was kind of a hedge fund type trading fund, right? So somehow the Binance CEO found out that there was some strange things going on between FTX, the company, which has an international exchange and a U.S. exchange. The U.S. exchange is called FTX US, and it looks like that's gone under as well. And he noticed that there were that FTX had that Alameda Research was holding a lot of FTT tokens, which seemed odd to him. Now, if you're not aware, Binance also invested in FTX early on, and Binance held about $2 billion worth of FTT tokens at one point, right? So Binance received roughly 21 billion US dollar equivalent in cash, Binance US dollar, and FTT tokens. So CZ, the CEO of Binance, noticed something strange was going on and started questioning this. So Binance decided to liquidate its FTT holdings. FTT is the native token of the FTX exchange, right? Due to recent revelations. Well, and then Alameda offered to buy Binance's FTT holdings. So right away, FTT started acting suspicious, right? Oh, we'll buy your FTT holdings, right? We can handle that. Now the FTX bank run began, right? People started withdrawing or trying to withdraw funds from the FTX International Exchange. Not so much with FTX US. They should have been. But I think it mostly started with FTX International. Rumors were swirling. And then Sam Bankman-Fried said, don't worry, assets are fine. Let's get together and solve this problem. Just you and me, bud. Let's deal with this. Nobody needs to worry. Everything's fine, right? And then CZ refused Alameda's over-the-counter deal, right? CZ was like, nah, we'll liquidate our holdings without your help, but thank you anyway, right? Now we see the FTT price start to waver, right? FTT was probably around, I think, 15. It was around $22 US dollars for an FTT token at the time. And as you can see now, the FTT token is only worth $2, right? But this was back on November 8th where this was going on. FTX faced a liquidity crunch, moves to sell exchange to Binance. So they stopped withdrawals. People cannot withdraw anymore. And so now they asked Binance to help bail them out because they didn't have enough funds to cover user withdrawal requests, right? They had frozen withdrawals. Here again, he says assets are fine, and then FTX website goes dark. This is 8th and 9th, which would have been Tuesday or around Tuesday or Wednesday, right? And then Binance mentioned that they were going to buy FTX, and they were going to take over FTX and allow people to withdraw their tokens, right? Because Binance has a lot of liquidity, right? So they were, at this point, they were willing to buy out FTX and take over the exchange. So then they looked over the books and due diligence, and Binance said, we can't, we don't have the resources to take over your exchange and make your depositors whole. And so Binance officially backed out of the deal. Now, just the fact that Binance was going to buy out FTX was enough to start a panic, right? And so the crypto saw a sea of red. But when Binance, and this was hitting hard and fast, this news, when Binance officially said no, where there's no way we're going to be able to take over, then things started turning sour in the crypto market. Now here on November 9th, SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, told investors, don't worry, we're going to get emergency funding. So he turned to his deep-pocketed buddies in the financial system and said, hey, I need to borrow $8 billion, if you don't mind, and I'll give you a real sweet deal, right? Well, that didn't work out for him either. And then they said, please don't deposit in our site, and we're not able to process withdrawals. So here is where things really started to go sour. And then on November 10th, which would have been Thursday, which was when things really got bad, Sequoia Capital marks down entire 212 million stake to zero, right? They invested 214 million in FTX. You have to remember, this guy and this company were the darling of the crypto industry not too long ago, right? not only were they one of everyone's talking about this new, crypto billionaire, Sam was buying up some of these firms that were failing over the last several months, right? If you remember, he wanted to come in and buy out Celsius. He was sort of trying to suck up all of these failing crypto ventures during the collapse of Luna, right? Which also led to a market contagion. So here's the darling of, and not only was he like a hero to crypto people, not me, but he was also sort of like in the financial world, he was looked upon as some sort of boy genius, right? Then on late Thursday, he apologized profusely in a Twitter stream, saying, gee, I'm sorry, I messed up. He used the F word several times. All right. And then Japan financial regulators requested FTX Japan to halt operation. Blockchain data suggests that FTX may have resumed withdrawals. Maxine Walters warns of major consequences for users of unregulated crypto firms, citing FTX. Everything's starting to go crazy here. CZ speaks with the president of El Salvador, confirming the country was not exposed to the FTX situation. Republican lawmakers claim SEC Chairman Gary Gensler was coordinating with FTX to obtain regulatory monopoly. It just keeps getting deeper and deeper. FTX US resigns from the Crypto Council for Innovation. FTX announces it may halt trading on its platform. FTX assets frozen by Bahamian securities regulator. Bahamas-based FTX account withdrawals millions of funds for other users using NFTs. I can't even go into that. California regulators to investigate FTX crypto exchange collapse. Rumors about the arrest of FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried fuel community reaction. Alameda employees resign collectively after meeting. FTX institutional head resigned just a day after the exchange's fallout. FTX has liabilities roughly worth $8 billion. It just keeps getting worse and worse. FTX, FTSUX, and Alameda will file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. FTX US suspends withdrawals, and FTX Venture head resigns. All right. So I brought you up to date, right? It just came so fast and furious, right? Now let's go into the really weird stuff. And I've got some stories from Zero Hedge here. I've linked to all of these stories down below if you want to read them more. FTX hit by mysterious 662 million outflow amid revelation that SBF implemented bookkeeping backdoor. It just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Let's see. I'm trying to get to this. Reuters, and now we're into Reuters, right? This is a big story. This is the big news companies are covering this story now, too. Reuters said SBF had a backdoor in FTX's bookkeeping system, which allowed him to move customer money around without triggering internal compliance or accounting red flags. The nub of the gist here is that the FTX company was lending money to Alameda Research, and that's blatant fraud. They were taking depositors' money and giving it or transferring it over to their separate Alameda Research company. Right? This is just, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, and then here's another story. FTX held just $900 million in liquid assets versus $9 billion in liabilities. By the way, SBF had a personal net worth of $16 billion, which dropped to zero in a matter of 24 hours. Here's a guy worth $16 billion, Now he's worth 0. Just goes to... so here are the books. This is kind of a spreadsheet that they showed of... looks like they were holding a stock in Robinhood. Ledger Prime, I'm not sure what that is. US dollar, Paxos Gold, DAI, 228 million. So $900 million in liquid assets. And these are their semi-liquid assets. If you'll notice, they're holding 2,000 million? I don't know what that means. 2,100 million in Serum tokens, which are not even worth that, right? Sol, they're holding a lot of Solana. This also affected Solana because Alameda Research held quite a bit of Solana. There's a bunch of FTT maps. There's a bunch of cryptos that really aren't worth anything, really. And then these venture capital funds, which were money lent to them, which is not liquid. 900... What is this? 900 million in... I'm sorry. There's the 900 million. The 900 million in liquid assets, right? And then it comes out that Sam SBF was trying to sell his Robinhood stock and into a separate company that wasn't even FTX. Oh my gosh, this is craziness, right? And where am I trying to find this? I don't know. What is it? Also SBF had bet $7,300,000 that Trump would lose in 2024. Woo, man. Where is the one where he was something about him trying to sell what liquidity he had? Here it is. Bankman-Fried was looking to sell 472 million of Robinhood shares, the largest liquid asset for FTX trading. In privately negotiated deals, he was arranging on the messaging app Signal, according to a Financial Times source. As a reminder, SBF acquired 7.6% stake in Robinhood, so we could see Robinhood dropping next week when trading begins again. As part of the attempted fire sale, Bankman-Fried was entering offers at a 20% discount of Robinhood's price, or about $9 a share. What's remarkable was that the proceeds would not have gone to the Hood stock offering, would have gone to the now bankrupt FTX estate. Robinhood shares were held by Antigua and Barbudo entity called Emergent Fidelity, which is personally controlled by Bankman-Fried. According to U.S. security filings, Emergent Fidelity is not among the entities listed in Friday's bankruptcy filing. So here he is trying to sell the one asset that they held and get it into his personal account or some account not attached to. And it just gets deeper. But anyway, I wanted to cover these two stories. Bitcoin will shrug off FTX Black Swan just like Mt. Gox, right? We had the Mt. Gox debacle back in 2013. And this particular author feels that it is a Black Swan event, but that Bitcoin will recover. Here's a chart of the major Bitcoin or crypto Black Swan events. We had the Mt. Gox. We had the Bitfinex hack. We had the COVID-19 downturn in 2020. And here we're at the FTX downturn now. And Bitcoin can and will recover, right? We'll see that Bitcoin has weathered all of these storms, right? So just a little bit of pureness or good news there, right? And also, I have a story about Binance CEO CZ. We've been set back a few years. You have to remember that Binance is a very liquid company, right? They don't lend out their money. They do invest in other companies, but Binance has been around for many years, And I've used Binance. I can't really use it anymore. I use Binance US. But when you use Binance US and Coinbase, and Coinbase has been around for years, you're basically, you feel like you're interacting with a wallet, right? You can put your crypto in, you can take your crypto out. No big deal. But when I was dealing with companies like FTX and Celsius and Pax, there's a couple companies that aren't even bankrupt yet. But you can always get a feel for a company that's more tied to legacy finance than the crypto world when you try to make a withdrawal and they give you a hard time and tell you, oh, it's going to take 3 days to clear all this. And that kind of stuff shouldn't happen with a cryptocurrency exchange. And I was getting a little bit of that when I played around with FTX, you know. It's going to take 10 days for your deposit to clear, all that kind of nonsense, right? So Binance is not going anywhere. Binance US is not going anywhere. Coinbase is not going anywhere. Could be wrong about that, but anyway. Anyway, we're running. I've never talked about the news this much. Let's talk about some of the weird stuff, right? Here's Reuters. This is from today, this morning. At least 1 billion of client funds missing at FTX. Founder moved 10 billion in funds to trading firm Alameda. That's fraud. That's crime, right? Bankman-Fried showed spreadsheets to colleagues that revealed shift in funds to Alameda. Spreadsheets indicated between 1 billion and 2 billion of client money is unaccounted for. Executives set up bookkeeping backdoor that thwarted red flags. We talked a little bit about that accounting backdoor that he had. Whereabouts of missing funds is unknown. Sources. All right. That's Reuters this morning. Let's get even deeper into this. There's one here that I haven't covered yet that I will. That I linked down below. Here it is. Oh, this is great. Now, that picture is, I did cover that, didn't I? Liquid, I'm sorry, I did cover this. That's a picture of the CEO of Alameda, who's also probably going to end up in jail if they can catch them. Let's see here. Sam Bankman-Fried bought into stakeholder capitalism, and it's proved a disastrous ideology. So the World Economic Forum lists FTX as a corporate partner. There's Sam Bankman up there with Tony Blair and Clinton. You can't make this stuff up. Corporate partner. World Economic's vision for the future. FTX and Fried heavily relied on investment firms like BlackRock, which is a major component of the spread of the ESG movement. That may be why FTX regularly announced their devotion to climate and social justice products. It kept them in the good graces of the ESG overlords. You just can't make this stuff up. Fried constantly espoused the pie-in-the-sky ideals of stakeholder capitalism, engaged in a kind of corporate charity built on socialist guidelines and climate cultism, while at the same time draining clients' accounts. Ouch. Here's another good one. FTX founder spent $40 million as a Democrat midterm mega donor. Leading up to Sam Bankman-Fried's spectacular implosion, in which his funds evaporated, he became the 6th largest donor in this year's midterm election cycle, giving some $40 million to mostly Democratic candidates and causes. Whew! They interviewed him on NBC News. But it goes deeper than that. not only was he donating to Democratic candidates, he was donating heavily to Democrats that were in charge of the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, right? He's trying to grease the palms of all the people that were in charge of crypto regulation. The CTFT is charged with regulating certain elements of the crypto marketplace. The former FTX CEO personally donated to Senate Committee Chairwoman Debbie Stabenow, contributing over $20,000 to the Stabenow Victory Fund. She is the Senate head of the committee. Now, there are charges of Democratic money laundering being thrown around now because FTX was also donating to Ukraine. Ukraine partners with FTX Everstake to launch new crypto donation website. This story is from March 14th. So people were donating Bitcoin to Ukraine, and they were partnering up with FTX to launder this money, right? So money is flowing into Ukraine from the U.S., from the Democrats and the Republicans. I'm not going to leave the Republicans out of this. Ukraine was investing in FTX. FTX was donating back to Democrat candidates. So we have this like unholy cycle of flow going from the U.S. government into Ukraine, into FTX, and back to the U.S. Now, I'm oversimplifying here. These were Bitcoin donations that were coming into Ukraine, right? This was not the money, specifically not the money that was being sent to Ukraine from the U.S. directly. But we don't know that, right? We don't know what was going on in Ukraine. Ukraine is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Just because they got attacked by Russia doesn't make them any less corrupt. And so we don't know where their money was flowing in and out of Bitcoin and FTX, right? But we do know that the FTX founder was donating to Democratic causes. All right, this is just, I can't talk anymore. This just, I can't believe all this. This is just unbelievable. Right. So I did talk a little bit about wallets earlier, right? I'm going to try and talk about them a little more. I did want to go. And I did have a very nice user that sent me an email. I don't want to reveal his email if I can find it. Yes, here we are. Rex, hope you are well and looking forward to your live show shortly. Since you are going to talk about self-custody, I thought I will share my story to make sure nobody else gets hurt. If you remember, I ordered a Trezor T. I had gone back and forth between Joseph talking. He asked me what wallet I recommended. He bought the Trezor T. By the time it arrived, I had lost all my investment because of FTX. A few years ago, I bought a Trezor 1, but I should have spent the money on a Model T because he didn't have the experience. The Trezor T is easier to use than the Trezor 1. I moved everything I had to FTX after CFI's going bust because I thought FTX was too big to fail. Please make sure the people watching your show understand that spending money for a hard wallet is very important. I lost a very large amount of money, and I wish I would have acted earlier rather than thinking that FTX is safe. Thank you for your time, Joseph. And my heart goes out to Joseph. I thank him for this very kind email. And on that note, I did also want to share this Twitter feed from the CEO of Alameda Research. Following the Chapter 11 bankruptcy filings, FTX US and FTX.com initiated precautionary steps to move all digital assets to cold storage. process was expedited this evening to mitigate damage upon observing unauthorized transactions. I don't think anyone's ever going to see any of this money anyway. I want my crypto back. Why can't I withdraw it? Where is my money? I own many Atlas tokens on the FTX exchange. My money was stolen. I can't get into the app to see my assets anymore. Anxious. I tried to withdraw 2 ETH from FTX to Coinbase, but the funds never arrived. Any more context on unauthorized transaction? Did somebody hack your exchange, right? Everyone's confused. Why would you do this on a Friday night, right? They moved all these funds on a Friday night. Give me my crypto back. Goons must go to jail. All of them. All moved assets linked to FTX user owner. I hope I can get my money back. I have $4,000 in different currencies. How do I withdraw it? Make no mistake, I have lost 3.2K inside FTX. Any help, please? US dollar 53K of mine in FTX. Will it be returned? When can I withdraw my money from FTX? It just goes on and on, right? Yeah, people lost money because they had their money in FTX exchange. And that's where we're at. Let's get caught up a little bit. I don't see any burning questions. Let's talk about withdrawing your money from an exchange and putting it into a wallet. As I mentioned, I'm using the Ledger Live. And so I'm just going to kind of focus on using Ledger Live. There are other wallets that you can use to store Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, but Ledger Live is a pretty good interface for dealing with crypto wallets. And if you have a Ledger Nano X or a Ledger Nano S Plus, you would both be using Ledger Live, right? So I'm going to use the Ledger Live as my default wallet because it operates as mostly as any other wallet would, right? You've got cold storage wallets. You could just as easily use a desktop-based wallet, such as the Electrum Bitcoin wallet, which is free. This stores your, let's see, let's do this one. I'll just go ahead and open it. All right, so there's some Bitcoin in this wallet. This is a desktop-based wallet. It's totally free to use. But like I said, it's not a hardware-protected wallet, right? But you can store crypto in free wallets, and you can download and install this in just a matter of minutes. I don't know what this thing is complaining about. Oh, it doesn't like my Electrum Bitcoin wallet. I'm just going to turn it off. So you can use Trezor Suite also. I don't really have Trezor Suite set up right now. Where is that Trezor? Let me see. Oh, I think it's over here. Okay. Yeah, I got my Trezor one here. We can play around with that just a tad, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe. Let's stick with the Ledger. All right. So, by the way, I should also mention that the Ledger is going to have a Black Friday sale starting on November 21st, and it's going to last a week. So November 21st is going to be Monday, about 2 weeks from today, right? And so next week I'll be talking I'll have more information about their Black Friday sale, and I'll talk about it on the live stream. I'll probably push something out on Monday the 21st to talk a little bit more about their Black Friday deal and give you guys codes if you're interested in buying a Ledger hardware wallet, right? So now let's take a look at Ledger Live. If you look at my portfolio, you can see that I have some XRP, some Cosmos, some Stellar, and some Algorand. And if we go over to the accounts, you can see that I can manage multiple wallets in Ledger Live. Each one of these wallets is tied to this device, right? The private keys for all of these wallets are stored on this device. So not only is this a self-custody wallet, it's also a hardware wallet, which stores the private keys offline. So you don't have to go all this route if you don't want to. Self-custody just means putting it in your own wallet. And I just showed you the Electrum Bitcoin wallet. There are other wallets that you can use that are self-custody for your phone, like Trust Wallet. So just putting it in your own wallet is the best policy. So phone-based wallets are not as secure as a hardware wallet because you might lose your phone. But as long as you back them up, they're fine. Desktop-based wallets like Electrum Bitcoin wallet or MetaMask are also fine. You can use those wallets to store your crypto, right? But please, if you don't understand the difference between holding your crypto on an exchange and holding it in your own wallet, that's why I'm here, right? So there are lots of variations of self-custody, right? We've got MetaMask, we've got Ledger Live, we've got Trezor Suite. We've got a lot of places where we can store our crypto in our own wallets. I just prefer Ledger Live to demo how this device works. So let's take a look at my Coinbase account. If you'll notice, there's $500 in my Coinbase account of value, and it's being stored in Tether, right? So is Tether going to collapse? We don't know. Is Coinbase going to collapse? We don't know. But I am currently storing that Tether in my Coinbase account, and I could be storing it offline if I wanted to, right? So why don't we move, first of all, let's move the Bitcoin that is in my Coinbase account over to my wallet. All right. So the first thing we need to deal with, let's get that, we're in the wallet section, is I want to send my Bitcoin somewhere, right? Pardon me, Coinbase uses the term send and receive. Other exchanges use deposit and withdraw. But send is equivalent to a withdraw, right? I'm going to send my Bitcoin somewhere else, right? So what I want to do is I want to send my Bitcoin into my own Bitcoin wallet. So let's go down in Ledger Live. They're called accounts, but they can be thought of as wallets, right? The term Bitcoin wallet is a very broad term. We can refer to Ledger Live in its entirety as a wallet. We can refer to this thing as a wallet, but it's not really. It's more of a keychain than it is a wallet. And then we can refer to each individual account as a wallet, right? So this is a Bitcoin software wallet. You can see it already has a balance, and I want to move my Bitcoin into this wallet. What do? Well, I need to get the Bitcoin address of this wallet. I'll do that by clicking receive, and then we'll hit continue here. I'll just go ahead and skip the hardware check because I know it's valid, and I'll just grab this address by copying the address into my clipboard. This is the address of my wallet. Let's go back over here, and we'll say we're going to send all the Bitcoin. We'll paste in the address of my wallet. So this is me telling Coinbase I want to withdraw my Bitcoin to this address, right? We'll hit continue. They're going to charge me a little bit, right? Now, all of the people that came into my live stream and watched me move crypto around that complained about fees, that have now lost all of their investment, because they had kept it on an exchange. Take heed, right? Coinbase. Okay, here we are. I need to put in my two-factor authentication here. Better, better to pay a few fees to self-custody your own wallet rather than trust your crypto to an exchange and lose everything, right? You've heard me say it 1,000 times. Fees, fees, fees. Heberin has just donated $17.99 to Joseph, or mentioned Joseph. I don't know that I can legally transfer that to Joseph without getting in some kind of trouble myself, but I get the sentiment and I appreciate it, and I'm sure Joseph appreciates the sentiment as well. Now, let's just say that I would rather not leave this US Tether on the exchange either. Why don't we move the Tether to my own wallet? Well, did you know you can store stablecoins in your own wallet? Yes, you can. Let's get this here. Let's do a quick sync to see if the Bitcoin hit the wallet or not. It might have. Probably not. Might take a few minutes. And I should also mention that Ledger Live is an internet-based software. It is the outward-facing component of the hardware wallet, but it is, it is an internet-facing application that can get bogged down during times of high traffic. And right now, there's a lot of people transferring crypto. But as you can see, the Bitcoin has arrived in the wallet. It is now, it is not confirmed yet. It will be confirming on the blockchain. So boom, there we go. We just safely stored our Bitcoin in our own wallet. Let's go. So how do we store stablecoin? Well, Tether is an ERC20 token. So we can go over here to our Ethereum wallet and we can scroll down. I have some Tether in here already. If I click on the Tether, I can choose receive, and the address is right here. I can copy that into my clipboard. Note also that that address is also the main address of the Ethereum wallet. Same address, right? So a lot of people get confused about the way Ethereum wallets work. Ethereum wallets hold Ethereum in the main part of the wallet, but they can also hold NFTs and ERC20 tokens. All of the tokens here are ERC20 tokens. I'm going to go back over here. Let's go to the Tether. And I want, what am I doing here? Oh, I need to be in the wallet tab here, and I need to do a send, right? Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and send it all, right? Send it all, right? Now, I'm going to paste in that address that I got, and let's hit continue. Now, it's going to cost us 93 cents to move this into my Ethereum wallet. Small price to pay. Let's hit send now. Let's go ahead and put in the two-factor for Coinbase. And the Tether's on its way. Actually, I was going to use that Tether to buy some stuff tonight, but that's okay. I can do it over on Binance US. Done. All right. So the Tether is on its way out. That might take a bit longer, but as you can see, I have an outgoing Tether. Had no problems, right? I did not get any weird messages saying that I was, withdrawals are suspended or anything like that. Coinbase is a perfectly stable cryptocurrency exchange. Let's go over here. We can go down to Tether. And let's do a sync. It might be a few minutes before the Tether hits the account. Right? While we're waiting, for that, let's give it one more thing. Let's go over to another exchange. Let's go to Binance US. As you can see, I've got some coins in Binance US. And I wanted to talk about Polygon tonight. So let's see if I can trade using Binance US dollar. Yes, I can. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make a trade. Let me back up just a tad so you can see what's going on here. This is my wallet. As you can see in my Binance US wallet, I've got some Binance US dollar, some stable coin, which I've been on the sidelines with, right? I've got some BNB and I've got some MATIC token, which is Polygon. And I'm getting a lot of questions lately about Polygon because who used Polygon? We had Polygon being used by JP Morgan last week to make a trade. Polygon is a EVM-based token based on the Ethereum virtual machine, but it is also on its own blockchain. But it is confusing because there is a Polygon ERC20 token, and or a MATIC ERC20 token, and then there is the native MATIC token. So I'm going to purchase a little MATIC so we can play around with it. I believe Paul had asked me earlier about how you deal with the different networks of Polygon. So I wanted to sort of spell that out for you guys, right? So first we're going to buy some Polygon by trading. Oh, I thought it was going to be, oh, here, Binance US dollar, right? So we're going to use Binance US dollar to buy some Polygon. So I'm going to go to market here and I want to buy MATIC. All right. How much MATIC do I want to buy? I actually would like to, I would rather, maybe if well, okay. Anyway, let's see. How much is one MATIC? Okay. Let's go to the chart so we can figure out how much MATIC I want to buy. Let's go to MATIC. I want to buy $100 worth of MATIC, right? So how much MATIC do I want, right? We used to be able to do this. All right, so looks like about 100, right? MATIC is pretty much $1 anyway, right? So let's just buy 100 MATIC. Let's do it that way. Let's hit buy MATIC. Actually, let's buy just a little bit more than that, right? Let's try that. See. Okay, so that was a market order. It got filled. And okay, so there's our MATIC. Now, we can withdraw this MATIC to our Ethereum wallet if we want to as ERC20 MATIC, right? I really don't want to do that because it's much cheaper to use the MATIC network, right? Let's take a look though. If we go to Ethereum main, we can go down here. I think at some point I may have had some MATIC token in here. See, this MATIC token in this wallet, in my Ethereum wallet, is ERC20 based MATIC. All right, let's grab that. Notice it's the same address. Let's go back over and withdraw just a smidgen of the MATIC to our ERC20 wallet, right? Let's do, what is it, 20? Right? Let's do $20 worth. We'll paste the address in there. That is my Ethereum-based wallet. Let's preview that. They're going to charge me a lot. So, but that's okay. I'll take it. All right, let's get the $3 out of it. It was horrendous charge there, but that's okay. I just want to demo what you might have done in the past, right? Because a lot of people have MATIC in their Ethereum wallet and they're wondering, how do I get it converted into Polygon or native Polygon, right? So we'll talk a little bit about that. Now let's take a look at native Polygon. Let's go back here and see if that. Yeah, the Tether has come in, right? So there's the Tether that we withdrew from Coinbase, right? Safe and sound in my own wallet. If Coinbase crashes tomorrow, I don't care because all my assets are in my wallet, right? I can just use these. I can transfer the Tether to KuCoin or Binance US or Kraken or Gemini, anywhere else. I can use those tokens to trade somewhere else, right? But I don't think Coinbase is going to crash tomorrow. Just an example. But it worked just fine, right? Let's go back here for a second and see if the MATIC came in. Probably not yet. No. I think it's going to take a minute. All right, let's go back here and look at this Polygon, right? I have an account here, a Polygon-based account that is native Polygon. You can do this in Binance US, right? I'm sorry, you can do this in Ledger Live, pardon me. If I click Receive and hit Continue, notice, well, actually, this is a different one. Let me go ahead and add one more if I can. Let's do that. Just so you can see the correlation here. I'm going to go ahead and add one more. Let's go ahead and get the camera lined up here if I can. Let's go over here to this one. All right. Whoops. Okay. It wants me to open, well, that's an old one. Whoops. Let me get out of this. It should want me to open the Ethereum app here. I'm going to retry. Sometimes when, okay, it's asking me to open the Polygon app because I'm adding a Polygon account. Okay. So we're going to do that. And it should give me the option of opening a secondary Polygon account. All right. It sees the one that's already there. And then there is another one that it is already on the wallet that I've already used. It's called Polygon 2. I'm going to call this one Polygon Main because it corresponds to my Ethereum wallet, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I have two Ethereum wallets. Let's try to stay up, guys. I know it's getting out of hand here. Let's do a receive on this one. Notice there. Okay, that's what I was trying to show you. That is the same address as my other Ethereum wallet, right? The one we just withdrew to. But even though it's the same address, that MATIC did not come into this wallet. And why did it not come into this wallet? Well, because when I withdrew it from Binance US, I told it to use the ERC20 network. Let's go ahead and withdraw the rest of this. But instead of using the ERC20 address, let's use native Polygon. Same address, right? I'll go ahead and take out the rest of it, the max Polygon. Let's hit preview withdrawal. We'll confirm. It's going to charge. Look at that. Remember before I withdrew $20 worth on ERC20 and they charged me like $4? Here I'm withdrawing 100 and they're charging me like 9 cents because I'm using the MATIC network. Let's confirm that. I got to put in my two-factor. We'll hit done. I've got to confirm by checking my email. I use this one. This one. Wrong email. Pardon me. All right, there. Confirm my withdrawal from Binance US. Oh, did I not do it on the other one? I forgot to do it on the other one. Let's go back. Ah, see? I'm losing it. Okay. Luckily, I did that fast enough. Like, I forgot to confirm the withdrawal on the last one. So we did 2 withdrawals, right, in quick succession there. And if we look here, you can see that I have 2 MATIC withdrawals processing. One of them I used ERC20. The other one I used MATIC or Polygon, right? Native Polygon. Let's take a look at what's going on in my wallet. I'm not sure how quick that's going to come in. Ooh, boom, there it is, right? That came into the MATIC-based wallet, right? Lower fees, faster, and a separate network, right? Let's go back over to the Ethereum wallet and go down here to MATIC, and it's in there, right? That $15 worth of MATIC that we withdrew. So this is ERC20 MATIC in my Ethereum wallet. And then over here, when I set up a native Polygon account, it's in the MATIC wallet. Notice the address is the same. It's kind of weird, but that's because we're using a Ledger Nano device, right? It's the same address format as the Ethereum network, but it is a different network, same address format, right? So if you're using the same device, it's going to generate the exact same address as your Ethereum wallet, even though it's on a different network, right? Pretty cool. All right. Now, suppose you have MATIC already in your wallet and you would like to change it back into native MATIC. How do you do that? All right. Let's take the MATIC that came in here. Let's send it back to Binance US so that we can swap it for regular MATIC, right? It's going to get a little bogged down here, but let's do it. Let's do deposit here. I'm depositing ERC20 MATIC, right, from my own wallet. So let's send it. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. That's the Binance US address. I'm going to have to authorize this outgoing transaction on my device. It's going to cost me 56 cents. I'll send it all. Actually 66 cents on $15. So you'll be able to laugh as this chunk of MATIC gets smaller and smaller as we go. That's okay. It's asking me to open the Ethereum app because I am using the Ethereum-based MATIC at the moment, right? So it needs to authorize the outgoing transaction. I'm trying to get the glare off of this thing if I can. There we go. There we go. There were some fees. All right. It's going back to Binance US. Why did I do that? Well, once it gets into Binance US, I will be able to withdraw it again, only this time I'll use MATIC network, and basically I'll be converting my ERC20 based MATIC into native MATIC by doing that. Right? I can also do that in Coinbase as well. So on Coinbase, let's go ahead and buy some MATIC. All right. Let's just buy $50 worth. Let's see. I'm buying it from Chase. Okay, I can live with that. We'll hit buy now. Yes, it's costing me $2. All right. Now I want to put this in my wallet, right? So this should be your modus operandi. I just bought some MATIC on Coinbase, right? Let's see, is it going to show up here? All right, so now that I just bought this MATIC, I would like to withdraw it. Now, on Coinbase, when I choose send, I can send it. Oh, okay. So here, you can send it on the MATIC network. Oh, I thought you had a choice. It used to give you a choice. Let's try this again. Let's try. Maybe they don't let you do that anymore. They used to let you switch networks on MATIC, right? But maybe not anymore. Okay. So now when you buy MATIC on Coinbase, it is native MATIC, right? But you used to be able to buy it either way. Let's try receive. Okay, so like if I wanted to deposit my MATIC on Coinbase, I could receive on multiple networks, right? I could receive MATIC on the Ethereum network or the Polygon network, right? See, they support both networks. But as it turns out, if I want to withdraw my Polygon, they're only it's already in native format, right? They're not going to have me withdraw it in ERC20 format. Okay, go figure, right? Why don't we send this? I'm going to send this to KuCoin. Just so I can show you how MATIC works on KuCoin, right? I can use ERC20 or MATIC on KuCoin. I'm going to go ahead and use the MATIC for this deposit, right? And I'll just transfer it from Coinbase. Why am I doing it this way? So you guys can see how it works, right? Let's just paste in the address of our KuCoin account. It's a Polygon-based address. We'll hit continue here. And no. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. I don't want to use the Ethereum network. I want to use the Polygon network. There we go. All right. So I'm sending it on the Polygon network. We'll go ahead and send it. I need to confirm that with my two-factor. That's going over to KuCoin, so I can show you how we convert on KuCoin. So there you go. I showed you you can convert MATIC on Coinbase as well, right? Not just Binance US. All right, so Coinbase has become more flexible. I think they were getting some competition with Binance US because Binance US for a long time has supported multiple networks. So as you saw, when I withdraw Polygon, I had the option of going ERC, BEP20, or Polygon, right? Let's take a look at this Binance US dollar. Why don't we get that out of there too, right? Who knows what can happen over the weekend? This Binance US dollar is a stable coin, but maybe I don't want to leave it on my Binance account. So why don't I withdraw that to my own wallet? Well, Ledger Live also supports Binance Smart Chain, right? So let's take a look at my Binance Smart Chain account. Let's do a receive. Let's get that address. And notice that's actually another Ethereum address of my other Ethereum wallet, right? I have Ethereum H. You'll notice that wallet also uses this 478BD address, right? Same address, different network, right? Let's go back over to our Binance Smart Chain wallet, right? That's the same address, right? Let's go over to Binance US. Let's do a withdraw of our Binance US dollar. I can use ERC20, which I'm not going to, right? They'll charge me an arm and a leg for that. But I can use the Binance Smart Chain address paste in that address. Send it all. What the heck? Let's look at our preview withdrawal. They're charging me 0 for that one. Actually, it's probably just less than a, so maybe it's like less than a penny or whatever. We'll confirm that. Let's put in our 2-factor. All right. And I need to remember now to confirm that email address. Let's confirm that Binance US dollar withdrawal. Okay. Well, it didn't take me straight back to the wallet, but there you go. Now we've got a pending withdrawal of my Binance US dollar. This here. What are we waiting on? Oh, we're not really waiting on anything except that Binance US dollar at the moment. Now, the other transfer over to KuCoin may take a few minutes. If you recall, we took our Polygon. We sent this Polygon. Wait a minute. Oh, let's refresh here. Right. We sent this Polygon over to KuCoin. And there it is. You can see it's coming in now. Right. That is today, right? Yeah. And it's confirming. It's almost done. Well, no, it's got like 300 confirmations. But it shouldn't take too long, right? And so we moved some native MATIC from Coinbase to another exchange. And now I'm going to show you how to withdraw this Polygon properly so that we pay low fees using the native MATIC network, right? We can also do this in MetaMask. I don't want to get too out of the way, too far out there. But you'll notice here that in MetaMask, I have my Ledger accounts represented here, like Ledger 2. Let's take a look at Ledger 2. Oh, that's 2445. Let's look at Ledger 1. That's the one we're going to get the Binance US dollar there. See? Boop. I'm on the Binance Smart Chain Network in MetaMask. I'm using my Ledger-based account, right? I attached my Ledger to MetaMask so I can manage this account within MetaMask as well. But I'm still using my Ledger device, right? So we can set up multiple networks in MetaMask and manage like that. Oh, if I switch over to the Polygon network in MetaMask, you can see there that Polygon that we were playing with earlier. Actually, it's on the other Ledger account, Ledger 2. There's that 113 that MATIC. Now I'm getting confused. Let's go back over here. So it showed up in MetaMask, but not in Ledger Live yet. But it'll show up here shortly. All right. There it is, right? So there is our Binance US dollar token, safe and secure in our own Ledger-based wallet, right? So we can move any crypto that we have on an exchange into our own wallet once we learn how to do it. So please, guys, learn how to move crypto between one place and another, because when push comes to shove and you need to make a quick withdrawal, better to have practiced and to know how to do it than to be stressed out trying to withdraw your hard-earned crypto to get it somewhere safe, and you are rusty, right? You don't know what you're doing. It's like the soldier, right? Why do they drill day in and day out, shooting the rifle, reloading the rifle, pulling the rifle apart, cleaning the rifle, putting it back together again, shooting, reloading, because in a pinch, when you're under stress, you want it to be second nature. Same with crypto, right? Move your crypto back and forth. You might lose a little bit in fees, but when the FTX hits the fan, you'll be ready to move your crypto in a pinch, right? Let's see. What are we going to do? Let's go back here. We're still waiting. It's going to be another couple minutes before we can withdraw from KuCoin, right? All right. Let's see now. I want to get to some questions here tonight. All three of those are well respected, but in crypto things can change quickly. Yes. You'll notice that I'm using multiple exchanges, and I'm showing you that there's a couple different ways to manage your wallet, right? So I am adept at using multiple exchanges and multiple wallets, right? You don't have to be there, right? If you want to just use Coinbase and learn how to use just one, well, let's just say you have one Ledger device and one copy of Ledger Live, and that's your go-to wallet. It still would make sense for you to know how to use multiple exchanges, right? Coinbase is overloaded, right? And you have crypto you want to trade, so Coinbase is overloaded. You can't get anything to go through, so use Binance US. Binance US is overloaded. You can't. They've shut down withdrawals or whatever, or deposits for whatever reason. Use KuCoin, right? Or Gemini or Kraken, right? Just be ready, be flexible, right? Let's talk about what can happen to an exchange, right? We've talked about it over and over again. Why do you not leave your coins on exchanges? The big reason is it's not your crypto when it's on an exchange, right? You may have legal rights to it, but you don't control the crypto if you don't control the private key. So that's reason number one to not leave your crypto on exchanges. But what could happen, right? What are the scenarios, right? Scenario number one, the crypto, there's like volatility in crypto. The crypto exchanges are overloaded. This used to happen a lot on Coinbase when there was big run-ups or run-downs in crypto. Coinbase would just go down, right? People couldn't get in. People couldn't make withdrawals because the exchange just basically went under, right? Too many people trying to use it at the same time. They've pretty much fixed that, right? So, scenario number one, crypto exchange is overloaded. Scenario number two, crypto exchange goes bankrupt, right? FTX. Crypto exchange goes bankrupt, you lose your crypto, right? Bad scene, right? There's another scenario. Sometimes things go wrong. I've seen this happen to a lot of people. They for whatever reason, they try to log into their Coinbase account. They always do it on their phone, and their phone works just fine. The password is saved. They've been using Coinbase for months, and then all of a sudden they get a new phone, or they try to log in from their computer and they forget their password. And they put in their password incorrectly a couple times, and then Coinbase locks them out because user error, right? Coinbase thinks it's fraud. They've locked the account down, and you have to jump through hoops and verify yourself and your ID and all this kind of stuff. So that's a very real possibility for a crypto newcomer, especially people that are not adept at logging in using passwords, right? So you accidentally screw up your account and throw a flag of some kind. Your account gets locked. That can happen, right? Someone could try to hack into your account, and they see suspicious activity, and they assume that someone is trying to hack your account. They lock the account down. Another scenario, right? So now another scenario that could occur on an exchange is the government seizes your funds because you owe taxes or you owe child support or whatever. I don't think I've ever heard anyone's crypto getting confiscated over child support, but It's not out of the realm of possibility. We had a story a couple months back about South Korea was confiscating people's crypto because they owed back taxes, right? Because when you sign up for an exchange, you have to show your ID, so the government knows whose account it is. And so you owe money, government comes, takes your crypto. Coinbase, Binance US, they have to comply with US law, so they allow the government to seize your crypto, right? Can't happen with a wallet, right? Governments cannot seize wallets, right? There was a great story not too long ago about some guy who was a huge hacker that hacked that big darknet market a few years back. I can't remember the name of it. And then the government got $1 billion worth of crypto. I didn't even have a chance to cover that. U.S. Gov recovers billion Bitcoin. Let me see if I can find it that way. Okay, here it is. Department of Justice seizes 3.36 billion in second largest Bitcoin recovery on record. And then they said that the guy, here's this guy, super crypto dude. He hacks the darknet market, which is Silk Road, right? He steals all this Bitcoin, and then the government tracks him down, and he's got it like under a blanket, right? He's got like billions of crypto under a blanket, and somehow the government gets it. Like, I'm like, seriously? This guy wasn't using a hardware wallet? He was like using an old like computer with no password on it that had all his Bitcoin in it. I don't know. It just seems kind of fishy. But in general, I'm sure they probably put this guy in the hot seat and said, look, give us your password, whatever. And maybe he complied with them. Apparently he did, right? Try to help himself out. But the government cannot reach in and steal crypto out of your wallet, right? They need the password. They need the device. They could come, have a word with me and ask me to give them the crypto that's in my wallet, threaten me with all the things the government can threaten you with, jail, death, whatever, right? And I most likely comply by opening the wallet. But in theory, no one can take your crypto unless you give it to them, right? You have to open up the wallet yourself. And what am I doing over here, right? I have to enter my PIN, right? No one else can do it. No one else, just me. I'm the only one. I think we're all on a tangent now. What's going on over here? Okay, so now we have MATIC, right? So we look on the overview here. You can see that I have MATIC token in my KuCoin account. Notice when I go to, let's say I want to put it in this Polygon wallet, right? Let's get that address. We got it. Let's go back to KuCoin and make our withdrawal, right? Let's paste in that address, right? Now, here's the tricky part. We need to tell KuCoin that we want it to withdraw it as native MATIC and not ERC20 based MATIC. I don't want it to go into my Ethereum wallet. I want it to go into my native Polygon wallet. So let's hit network here, right? I don't want Ethereum, right? Notice if I use Ethereum, not only will it charge me about $5 in fees, but it's going to end up in my Ethereum wallet, right? I don't want that. I don't want it to go into the Ethereum main wallet into my MATIC wallet within my Ethereum wallet. That's not what I want, right? I don't want to pay the fees, and once it's in there, I'll have to pay higher fees to manipulate it if I want to sell it, right? So I want it to go into the native Polygon wallet, right? This one. So we've got the address. Even though the address is exactly the same, I need to make sure that when I withdraw that Polygon from KuCoin, that it goes into my MATIC wallet, right? So I need to choose MATIC as my network, right? I'll go ahead and withdraw it all, and then I'll make my withdrawal. Now, on KuCoin, I'm going to need to jump through a few hoops here. I'm going to need to give it my trading password. I'm going to need to get an email sent to me. There it is. That's my KuCoin withdrawal code. Let's go back over here, paste that in, and then I need my Google Authenticator code from KuCoin. I'm going to let it cycle here for a minute. 285425. All right. And that was successful. So now I withdrew my MATIC from KuCoin to my own Polygon-based or native MATIC wallet. All right. We always want to use the native MATIC wallet. Now, if I had ERC20-based MATIC, I could also have made my deposit here and then converted it, right? Because you can deposit MATIC as ERC20 if you want, right? From an ERC20-based wallet. And once it's in KuCoin, you can turn around and withdraw it as native MATIC. Right? The withdraw, we can choose native MATIC, right? All right, and you can see that my native MATIC withdrawal is processing out here, and then we can kind of keep an eye on it over here and wait for it to come into our MATIC wallet, right? Our Polygon wallet should come in here shortly. What can MATIC do with admin keys? Can they mint infinite MATIC out of thin air? No. MATIC is a software project. I don't know if Polygon is open source, but let's take a quick look. The short answer is no. There are safeguards in place with software projects like MATIC and Bitcoin and Ethereum, where people just can't. The developers, there is no one person in charge, so no one can just like create Bitcoin or Ethereum out of thin air, or Polygon or Cardano. These are not exchanges that are run by people, that have full control. These are decentralized projects. Let's go here to MATIC here real quick. They have governance boards, right? Let's go here. Yeah, I mean, this kind of project is, and Polygon has been around for a while, right? So they have board of governors, they have developers, they have safeguards, right? No one is just going to mint MATIC out of thin air, right? In order to do anything, they have to present a proposal, which is voted on by members and the people that are already holding MATIC, right? Now, there are some smaller crypto projects that you should be wary of, right? You should be wary of small crypto projects with, very low liquidity and shady developers that, will do rug pulls and things like that. But that's not going to happen with Polygon. It's too well established for that sort of thing to happen. Cindy, I'm so stuck. I just need to simply take my crypto off Uphold to my Ledger Nano S. Please give me the steps from start to finish. We did Uphold last week. I don't have anything on Uphold right now. Let's see what we can do here. If they don't tell me I need to, are they going to do this to me again? I don't know that I can buy anything on Uphold. Let me see. Yeah, I don't even know how to trade. Geez, I don't know how to do this. All right. Markets. Okay. Can I just buy Bitcoin? How does that work? As you can see, I don't use this. Okay, so. Well, let's see. I am, as you can see, I don't use. Okay. I don't use this one very much because it's just not very user-friendly. Okay, so here's my BTC card. Okay, transact. Okay, here we go. Withdraw to a bank account, add funds, deposit from a credit, a bank account, crypto network, or trade within Uphold. Okay, here I am. Transact. Oh, this is so strange. My banks. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Be mindful that you won't be able to withdraw to external crypto wallets for 65 days. I'm not going there. Just sorry. This is why I don't use Uphold. Is there anything on here? Okay. Okay, so there's small amount here. I don't even know if it'll let me do this. Now, I don't want to just move it to Bitcoin. I want to move it to a network. So I'm going to need to go down here to crypto networks. And I'm going to use the same network that the coin is on. They're going to charge me. And then I need to put in an address, right? I'll go ahead and use this Ethereum main. I believe there is some BAT in here already. So we'll just get the address of my BAT wallet. Same address we've been playing around with most of the night. I'll paste it in here. Confirm. And they're probably not going to let me do this because this is such a small amount. But I'm going to try it anyway. Okay. Continue. Are they going to let me do this? Oh my God. Okay. So they said they did. Now, if you had Bitcoin in there. So if you had Bitcoin in your Uphold account, which is like in one of your Bitcoin cards, right? You'd send it all, right, to the Bitcoin network, right? Don't send it to another cryptocurrency within Uphold, right? Because then it just like converts it to Bitcoin for you. You don't really want to, or moves it to another Bitcoin card. You need to scroll down here to crypto networks and tell it, I want to move it to an external Bitcoin wallet, right? There's nothing there yet. It's probably going to let me go to, not even going to let me go to the next screen. But if it had let me go to the next screen, it would ask me to paste in my Bitcoin address. So I would go over to my Bitcoin wallet, like this one, get the receiving address of my Bitcoin wallet, copy that into my clipboard, which we did earlier with Coinbase. And then if I could get to the next screen, which I can't because I don't have any Bitcoin in my account, the next screen would be the address screen, like you saw me do with my BAT, right? And then I would say, send it to this Bitcoin wallet, and then the withdrawal would go through, right? So if you have assets in Uphold in your portfolio, right? Click on the asset like Ethereum. Click transact. I don't see Ethereum here. Yeah, they're not gonna let me do this. I don't know. It's just so messed up. Okay, so the Ethereum card. Oh my God. See, now it's wanting to convert, right? I guess it won't let me choose one. Oh, no, we don't want that either. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any Ethereum in there, so it's not going to let me do the Ethereum. All right. Even though I've done it before. Oh, what's it? Transact. No. Oh, see, it's telling me I can't do it because I don't have anything in there. All right. Yeah, but this whole thing, what were we doing here? Well, it's gone now, but it was like if I buy Bitcoin in Uphold, I have to wait 65 days before I can withdraw it. Not a big fan of Uphold, but I feel for those people who have assets in Uphold. So click on your asset, right? Go to transact, choose the asset you want to withdraw. Go down here to networks, right? Now, if you choose a different network than the coin that is in your account, it not only will it withdraw it from Uphold, but it will also convert it on the fly, which is also weird. But it would convert my BAT token to Bitcoin, and it would put it in my Bitcoin wallet, right? So just not a huge fan of Uphold. I don't like any exchange that gives you a hard time withdrawing your crypto, right? If you're going to be a crypto exchange, be a crypto exchange. Don't be like a bank that like holds my assets, for 2 weeks or 2 months after I make deposits. That's not kosher in my book. Okay. If you send MATIC ERC20, will it appear in your Ethereum wallet and the gas fees will be much higher than MATIC? Oh, that's Dan. Yeah. Moving SHIB from Uphold to Ledger Nano S. I don't have SHIB, so I can't really demo that, but I did demo the BAT, right? It would be the same if I had SHIB. I don't have any SHIB in here. I'm not going to buy it. Well, let's see. Can I make a deposit? Let me see if I can do this. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. See that? Oh, that was a long time ago. Oh, did I withdraw BAT to the Ethereum network? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's okay. Let's go back over here. Let's go to the BAT. And some BAT came in. So I withdrew my BAT token from Uphold. I do have some SHIB token in here, if I'm not mistaken. God knows if I try to put my SHIB in Uphold, how long they'll wait before they'll allow me to withdraw it, right? All right, so let's try this. From Crypto Networks. Let's try that. Come on, man. What are you doing to me? Oh, no, not that. I want... Oh, my God. Uphold. Okay. Oh, from. Okay. Okay. Oh, here. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. And why won't they let me search? Why do I have to go through all this nonsense here? Or can I? Okay. Okay, there. Okay. All right. What happened? Not to my Bitcoin account. To Bitcoin 3? Why would I want to do that? How about this? Will that work? Oh my jeez. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right. My God, this is so like not intuitive. All right, so they're saying if I put in the SHIB Inu into my Ethereum card, well, can I use SHIB? I don't think I have a SHIB card. Okay, I guess I do. All right. All right, so let's hope this works. I'll send just a tad. I'll send 25 bucks worth over to my Uphold account. What's 25 bucks? All right, it's going to cost me 92 cents. I need to authorize this. Oops. Oh, I need to open the Ethereum address. I don't know what happened there. All right, let's retry that. Sorry about this glare. All right, so we're going to review the transaction. We're sending SHIB to that's our Uphold account address right there. And I don't know how long it's going to take to confirm over there. Off it goes. And so we'll hang out and see what happens over here. We should hopefully see some SHIB come in. We'll see. God only knows. Shouldn't it? It should show up here in recent activity if it does show up anytime soon. Yeah. All right. So we'll see. And if it does get there in time, I'll show you how to withdraw it back to your wallet. If it'll let me do that. Right. But hopefully, I mean, you can go back and review the live stream. You saw me withdraw the BAT to an ERC20 address, and it would be almost identical to with SHIB. I'm kind of curious if this is going to work or not. Okay, look, there it is. I've got SHIB in my account, right? So let's try to withdraw it if it'll let me. Okay, it's telling me it's got this little clock thing on it. I don't think it's going to allow me to make the withdrawal until it's confirmed, right? The little clock is telling me it's not confirmed. Has to confirm on the Ethereum blockchain before it becomes spendable in my account or in my wallet, right? It happens in your wallets too. This is how blockchain works, right? Has to confirm on the blockchain. So we might have to wait a bit before it's available for me to send it. But let's just assume, right? From my SHIB account, where it's not showing up. Oh, I guess it won't even show up here until it's actually, available. All right, so I can't demo that until it becomes available. Huh, okay. Oh, did that something sort of 15 seconds? Oh, it still says processing, right? So we got to wait. Are there any burning questions? Did you ever get your Terra Luna back from Osmosis? Osmosis. Oh, no, I never did. He's talking about Osmosis. Yeah. I just counted that as a loss, right? And I believe that was like 500 bucks worth when I bought it. I bought it when Terra was collapsing, and I bought 500 bucks worth when Terra was like 30 bucks, thinking, "Oh man, what a steal!" And it continued to collapse. But it was never really available in Osmosis, as far as I know. Yeah, see, there's no Terra here, right? I had deposited some in Terra. Although I believe you can see it, if I'm not mistaken. No, you can't even see it in Kepler. There's no Terra in Kepler. It wasn't worth anything anyway. The price of it had gotten to the point where it was like less than a penny. So it wasn't even worth, even if they still supported it, I probably couldn't have done much with it. But yeah, it disappeared. It was being stored as an asset within Osmosis, but it's gone now. They just dropped support for Terra Luna. But I'm not overly concerned about it, right? We win some, you lose some. MT, I know that keys on a hardware device are protected from the internet. Would you explain how this works, air gap, etc.? Also, is Bluetooth with Ledger just as safe? That's a really good question. I get that question a lot. I can explain it. So I wanted to see if I could find some kind of chart, but when you use a hardware wallet, the private keys are stored on the device. Now, you've seen me make a few outgoing transactions where I had to authorize it going out, right? And so you may have gotten the idea that the private key was, when I hit those buttons, the private key was like moving across the cable, connecting to my computer, connecting to the internet to authorize the transaction. That is not what was going on. What happens when you try to make an outgoing transaction using a Ledger device is that Ledger Live will send a request to the device, a cryptographic request, right? A bunch of numbers, right? When that request hits the device has the functionality to process that request. The private key can authorize an outgoing transaction by signing the transaction. When the private key signs the transaction, what goes back out along the cable is not the private key. The private key signs the transaction and creates what is known as a signed transaction, which is also a cryptographic thing. It's like a number, right? The signed transaction is what goes out along the cable. That does not contain the private key. The private key creates that signed transaction, and then the signed transaction goes back along to the cable, hits Ledger Live, and allows Ledger Live to authorize that outgoing transaction. The private key never leaves the device, whether it's traveling along the cable or whether it's traveling along Bluetooth. It's the same process. The private key never leaves the device. All it does is sign the transaction. The signed transaction is a cryptographically protected transaction. If it is altered during transport, it becomes invalid, right? There are cryptographic functionality that determine whether that signed transaction is valid using cryptographic keys. The private key signs the transaction. The public key reads that signed transaction and verifies that it has been signed by the proper private key using cryptography, public-private key cryptography. This is all highly advanced math. So the private key is always offline. Whether you're using the cable or the Bluetooth, it's still the same, right? So Bluetooth is no less secure than the cable. I don't know. A lot of people, I understand. I would think the same thing if I didn't understand all of this. Bluetooth is simply sending the signed transaction across Bluetooth. So there is, at no point is the private key exposed. So it is a safe and secure transaction. Paul had to wait 3 months. So if you plugged in your ledger into a computer virus, it couldn't ever get the key. Correct. This thing is not susceptible to computer viruses. The private key never leaves the device. I don't know how many times I have to say it. This is not a computer program. This is not running Windows. It is a hardware wallet. There are no computer viruses that can steal your private keys from the device. Period. Exclamation point. Period. What happens with these computer viruses are that they trick people into revealing their private key by sharing their 24-word recovery phrase. That is the point of weakness, is this guy right here. I'm the weakness in the chain. If I'm stupid enough, I'm not going to, okay, sorry. I'm not going to use that word. If I am naive and I don't know anything about crypto and I connect to a website that pretends to be Ledger and then says, ooh, your funds have been, your funds are insecure. Please type in your 24-word recovery phrase to secure your funds. And I fall for that. Then they can steal my crypto because they have the private key. They can put it on their own ledger and steal my funds. People, this thing will not get, by plugging it into the computer, does not expose it to computer viruses. I know I'm getting grumpy, aren't I? We have like a crypto investors group, and somebody was saying that I'm get grumpy on the live stream. What is that? I don't think it was. It wasn't Daryl. Bernie. Bernie was the one telling me that, yo, you're a little. Yeah. No. Computer viruses cannot steal the private key off the Ledger device. End of story. I know. Cryptography is really hard to wrap your head around. Let's see. Let's go over here. Where were we? We were on Uphold. Were we on Uphold? Were we on Uphold? Where were we on Uphold? Oh, here. Look, it's probably still processing. Yeah. They're not going to let me withdraw this for like days, I'm sure. Jerks. It says 0 available, right? It's probably going to take like half an hour for this to confirm on the blockchain. Yeah. But I'm assuming if you've had SHIB in your Uphold account for a while, that it's probably available to withdraw. Let's hope, right? So withdraw from your SHIB card to an external network. Crypto networks. And you could use Ethereum if you wanted to, but they do have SHIB here. But if it's ERC20 based SHIB, then you should be able to withdraw it. Jeez. QRS, LMNOP, QRS, SHIB, right? You should be able to withdraw it out to a SHIB wallet, right? And then, but you have to choose SHIB as a crypto network as your outgoing. Yeah. Okay, RH. What's RH's question? Okay. So how do I send from Ether Polygon to Arc Network? Arc Network? That I don't know. What the hell is Arc Network? What is this? This? I don't know what this is. Arc Network? What is Arc Network? Brain Trust? Crypto? Arcade Network? This? Okay. Is that what this is? Arc module, Arc minter, Arc menu. Oh, you're trying to send your crypto into this game thing? Okay. Okay. I really don't have time to like go through all that. I think we've done something similar to this. So if you use the app, all right. All right, I need to do this over here. It's probably going to want me to connect to MetaMask. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you basically need to connect your, and I don't think, okay. I don't think this is going to work because this is Polygon. I think I need to use the Ethereum network for this. All right, let's try again. Oh, okay. Boop-a-doo, ledger, okay. Sign that. I have to sign this on the ledger. This is just identifying me as the owner of the wallet. Come on, Rex. Okay. You have to sign this. I hope this isn't like some kind of scam. Oops. I let user does not exist. Okay. Huh. Okay. Don't have an account, sign up. Okay, so I'm going to have to sign up and go through all this stuff. It's basically just connects to your MetaMask wallet. And once you have the wallet connected, then you can make deposits from somewhere else, right? You're trying to move from MATIC. Oh, so it looks like maybe they support MATIC as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's just basically a wallet transfer. I've been doing wallet transfers all night, but I don't have time to sign up for this service here. I've done something similar to this in the past. Anywho. Sorry I couldn't get to that. I'm scared to ask, but may. I tried to re-download another Ledger Live on my newer laptop. Google won't let me do a second, so I went to Windows. As I downloaded it, asked my keys. Do not put your keys in there. I have a video on how to install Ledger Live on whoops. How to reinstall Ledger Live on a new computer. This is like a step-by-step on what you're trying to do. If you need to install Ledger Live on a new computer, this is what you do. And make sure that you download directly from ledger.com. Any copy of Ledger Live that asks you to enter your key is false. Do not ever enter your keys into a website, your backup phrase. Now you're very worried. Did you enter your key? Then you should be worried. If you entered your key into a website, then you need to transfer your assets off that device, put them somewhere else, and then reset your device and get a new key. Yeah. If you've already entered your key into a website, you need to move your assets as quickly as possible. Maybe move them over to Coinbase. RH, you can rewind this. I've been moving Polygon back and forth between wallets and exchanges and networks. I spent a good part of tonight doing that. So you might want to just go back and review the live stream video because I've been demoing that all night long. Yeah. I got to sign out, guys. Thank you, JDO. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everyone that was here. Keep your crypto safe. Put it in your own wallet. You don't need to run out and buy a ledger, but that would be probably your most secure option, Ledger or Trezor, whichever you prefer. And store your crypto in your own wallet and learn how to move it back and forth. Please don't get caught up in something where you end up losing because you've stored your crypto wrong. It's bad enough when we make we see the value of our portfolios going down. But when you simply lose all of your crypto because you've stored it on an exchange, that's an avoidable tragedy, right? You have control over that. So please, please, please learn how to store crypto in your own wallet. Don't forget, I do this every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.